Hello and welcome to this painting video. I am going to be sharing with you paintings that I've made in my sketchbook over the last month or two. First, I'm starting off with a painting based off a photo I took in Edinburgh in a bus. It was like a nighttime kind of scary bus tour that I went on, and I loved the way this lamp was lit up against the window. I thought it'd make a really nice painting. So I'm using gouache paint, and I've been really liking using gouache paint at the minute, and two, creating still life paintings. So usually I work in oil paints and I make larger paintings, but I feel I've just not been motivated to do that at all recently. So I've been trying to get back into my sketchbook instead, and this is definitely helping. And I've kind of just been setting little goals for myself to try and keep myself painting, and I'm finding the more photographs that I take, the more I kind of want to paint because I have things to paint. I just find having your own primary sources of your own photos, your own objects to draw, it's just a bit more personal and enjoyable. And obviously I have all these memories attached to this specific photo, which is quite nice because I can look back on it and remember when I went to Edinburgh. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I found the shadow quite difficult to do on the window because the reflection of the lamp was visible, but it was obviously kind of blurred. And if I was doing this with oil paint, I feel like I'd be able to do it better, but I don't really use gouache as often, so I was kind of struggling, but I think it came out okay. And I feel like my sketchbook paper is actually quite good. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out. I think I got a nice glow on the lamp, and I was just really focusing on having lots of nice colour and texture and lines. Next, I went outside and I got some inspiration. I'm really lucky that near where I work there is a lovely walkway, and I love taking pictures of the trees. There was a really big storm in Ireland a few months ago, so there's still loads of trees that did fall over and just haven't been cut yet. But I obviously decided to paint a tree that's still standing, and I really like this. I loved actually doing kind of the back layers of the trees and then creating this nice big tree at the front. I think it ended up actually kind of looking a little autumnal with the orange leaves at the bottom, but that's what it looked like on this day, so that's what I went with, and I think this came out really nice too. This next painting is based off of a hot chocolate that I had when I was in Edinburgh again. And I loved that it had this dripping chocolate all down the side. And I was also drinking another hot chocolate while painting this because I do have a hot chocolate obsession. But I brought my boyfriend to this kind of bougie, over the top, I'm going to say, cafe. And it was just very fancy, and the menu was very interesting. I will just say that for breakfast foods, it kind of felt more like we just landed into, I don't know, a Willy Wonka sweet factory, because everything on the menu was like a dessert. But the hot chocolate was lovely. I'm quite into having heavy shadows. So I was kind of having a nice heavy shadow under the plate, the saucer, whatever you want to call it. And I think it looks really nice. I really liked the colours in this, and I think they really popped. Same with the shadow under the mug. I think it looks quite nice. And honestly, that hot chocolate was so good. It tasted so chocolatey and creamy. Next up, I have a painting of a butterfly, because this is not a primary source. This is, I think, the only painting in this video that's not from a primary source. I literally was looking up butterflies on Pinterest because I was doing some junk journaling. I think my next video will be a junk journal video. I was doing some junk journaling and I just wanted some butterflies in it, and I decided then, I was like, do you know what, butterfly painting would be nice and just relaxing. But I did not find it very relaxing because I was trying to be really precise the lines of the butterfly, and I kind of kept making mistakes. So then I was changing the design of the butterfly as I went, But I think it came out quite nice. Again, I'm still using my gouache paints and I think they look great. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm very tired. And yeah, my sketchbook, I don't know if I said, but the size of it is like A5, but it's slightly longer than A5. So I don't know if it's called B5 or what exactly, but it's a nice sketchbook. And I actually ended up doing more with this painting, but I lost the footage. I don't know where it is, but I added writing to the painting. I think I have a short up on my YouTube channel if you want to look at it. I added like writing to the painting, but then I spelt a word wrong in the writing, but I think I still posted it. So if you want to go look at my shorts and see what I'm on about, do that. Next, this is a painting of a strawberry daiquiri that I got when I was in Dublin. And I thought this would be really nice because I just loved the colours. I feel like the red would pop. And I decided to change the colours in the background than what was in the photo. And I decided I was going to use ink for the background. I don't really know why. I saw ink in my room and I was like, do you know what? I haven't used ink in ages. Let's give it a go. So I used blue ink for the background and I used green ink for the coaster. And I really like how it came out, especially the ink in the background. It kind of blobbed, to be honest, with the paper. Like it just reacted a bit, like it actually transferred onto the other side. But I quite like how it came out. And I think I might try mixing inks and gouache. I'm not really sure if you're meant to do that, but I might try because I quite like the texture. Next, this one I know I actually painted on Easter Sunday, which is telling you that I really did paint these a while ago. I just decided that I was going to paint 2 eggs because I just thought it was funny that it was Easter Sunday, but I kind of didn't want to paint a chocolate egg, so I decided to just paint 2 eggs. And I took these out of the egg carton and I was like, oh my god, do not like smash these because I am so clumsy. But luckily I did not smash the raw eggs and I successfully got them painted and put them back in the fridge after. This one was kind of interesting because I decided to draw a box. Don't ask me why. I just kind of wanted a cropped composition, I think. But then I really disliked the pencil lines by the end of it. So I'm not really too mad about this, but I do like that I added in a bit green to the background because I think the yellow was just looking a bit dull. And I feel like sometimes yellow just looks muddy and it's not good, but I think the green kind of gave it some life. This next one is making me miss the good weather because it's absolutely lashing rain today. And I painted this when the weather was so nice in Ireland and it was just like sunny and you were able to sit outside and it wasn't cold. And this is on like a blanket. So I was sitting on a blanket outside reading my book and I was journaling. So I decided to take a picture of the blanket and I had my books stacked on top of each other, my pens, and I just took off my sunglasses. And I really liked how this photo came out. And again, as I said, I'm really into kind of light and shadows. So I really tried to capture the light of the sunglasses. And I'm not sure if you can see it, I hope you can, the light under the sunglasses because the sun was like obviously beaming down. And I think it came out quite cool. The blanket was also kind of having lots of folds in it. So I tried to make them appear. And yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I think I'd love to try and maybe draw some more glasses. I didn't think I'd enjoy that as much as I did. This is the last painting, I think. I don't even know how many paintings I have in this, but there's a few. So this one is, I don't know if I'm showing you the picture or not. I thought I was going to show you the picture, but obviously I'm not. This is based off of a cookie or half a cookie and like a blondie. Me and my brother went to a bus stop. We have a bus stop near us that is like a coffee shop and you literally can like drive around the bus to get your coffee. But we got the Dubai cookies to try them, but I was not impressed. Didn't like. I was like, this texture is so strange. But also got a blondie and blondie was so good. So I decided I was going to do a drawing of, or a painting of this. Oh, there's the photo. I knew I put it in somewhere. And I want to do like an aerial view because I feel like I don't really do aerial view paintings very often. And I really like how the knife is like sitting on top of this. And I used my tape today. So I really like that there's like a clean cut edge and border to this painting. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Go paint yourself. It's very fun.